Today I'm doing a little demonstration on Durlar two-sided matte film. That's the frosted kind of Durlar. That's by GrafixInc. I've picked out several pictures of oak leaves because I've been concentrating on oak leaves. And these pictures are from Pixabay, from free coloring pages, from unsplash.com. There's lots of different places, pmpart.com, where you can get reference photos that are free for you to use. And I've decided to do this one by Mikko Sajkov. And so I've taped down a piece of Durlar. And for this project, I'm going to be using the mixative, and with the snowcap mixative by Ranger. Make sure you shake up your bottle well. Okay, one of the things that I really like about this picture is the glow of the leaves, the orange against the blue background. I'm going to take the tree along the right out. Also, this leaf right here, smack dead center, I'm not liking because it's dead and brown looking and icky. So, I've taken a piece of clear matte film, also by GrafixInc. And what I'm going to do is take these acorns and just get an idea whether they would look good in that spot instead. On my reference. I'm thinking that if I did them a little bit differently, they might look okay. Like connected somehow up here. Then they'd be in front of that leaf. Or, let me erase that one. And put it here. And then possibly make this one a little bit smaller than that one. Right beside each other. Should have let that dry for a minute, but I didn't. It was too wet with alcohol. Maybe even overlap them. I kind of like them kind of overlapped look of them. I know I had some other acorns in here also. Under oak leaves, there's one. So that'll wipe clean, but that'll help me. It kind of gave me an idea by doing that, whether I wanted to put some oak leaves in my picture. So the clear film's actually really good for trying to find where to put figures in a drawing. I've used it for that a lot. I picked out some colors, some Valencia and Ember. Let's put this in here. For my leaves, might even put in some yellow depending on whether I think I need to. This leaves behind some of these, I might put latte. Some of the browns I can use teak wood, and I have black to go super dark if I want to. So, let's get started. Latte, I'm going to add some snow cap. Do some latte. And just get a feel for where the acorns are going to go at in the center. So make sure you mix that up good in your palette. Okay. I'm thinking here. put that one in the front, that one in the back. Gonna mix in some teak wood. Wipe that on a paper towel so we can get it to move. Okay, that'll have to go in darker. But we want an acorn-like shape. Actually, this one probably is tilted away from us. You might only be able to see the top of the rim a little bit. They're overlapping each other. And might make them more elongated. There's that one. We can work on that some more later. Okay, while I have the latte, I'm going to do this leaf down here. I'm looking at my reference photo in on my tablet. So any areas that I see a light brown color, I'm going to put in. Those are sunspots. Okay. Since the acorns are there, I'm going to possibly take out some of these leaves that are behind it so that I have one clear leaf there, possibly. Don't know yet what I'm doing. We'll see how it looks. Leaves turning right through there. And I actually am going to change my picture around and make this okay. Next I'm going to mix up some Valencia and Ember. Mix them up in my palette. Got Valencia here, and make sure it's stirred up. And I got some Ember here. Now start in this side of the paper. And then I'm going to do is block in some leaves, and if I decide that I want them a different color after I get them painted, I can change them around. It's all darkened through there. Okay. Gonna rinse and go into the Valencia. Color on the tip of that. Leave a sky gap in between your leaves. Okay, I'm going to rinse my brush off, dampen it, blend those together there. Blend them a little bit here with a damp brush. I've also mixed up some yellow. And I'm just mixing on the paper. Into the yellow to make this leaf go kind of bend over in front of that one. See how the Valencia and the sunset yellow kind of blended together. This is Ember. And then back into the orange and into the yellow. And my paintbrush still had that orange on it. Okay, rinsing my brush. I'm gonna add that blend. Rinse my brush, dump some yellow again. That lifted too much on the paper, so must have still been too wet there. Blend that, blend that. Let's get a base on the color again. Okay, rinse, wipe on a paper towel. Areas that might need blended a little bit. Try to blend rather than lifting the ink off. This is where it was dark because we had a leaf in front of it. Now we're going to turn that into a leaf instead. Okay. Mix up some more yellow. Lost my sky hole. Okay, I've got a blending pen. Right across here. I'm going to lift out a little bit to separate these. Just brush the excess off. And a paper towel once you get ink on your end. And I'm going to make this leaf here, because the way I put that, pretend like this is this leaf attached to here. Even a little bit of leafy there. And through here. That's a shadow. Must have a hair there or something that was catching it. This is part of the leaf. It goes down. It's right through here. If I can grab some of that latte. Kind of mix it with the teak wood on my paper. Let's get this mixed here too. What I can do is do a little bit of dabbing to help it to blend. Stipling is what you call that. Set down my brush for a minute. I think this is too wide. Just lift that out. This paper lifts that so easily. But that was supposed to be actually a dark. Okay, this is supposed to be dark. So that's like a leaf behind that leaf. We have white in here, but I just added more ember color to make it transition. I am doing that stipling thing again on the paper to mix it with the brown that I put down. We have a weird colored leaf. Kind of cool looking. Okay. Because I'm blending with latte, I'm adding more latte to my palette. And I'm actually going to take some of the teak wood here too. This is a combination of the two colors, teak wood. Blend it. I'm going to blend right up into here. Back into that teak wood. That's interesting. Some of the yellow color just stippled in. Put a little bit up there too. Okay, this isn't just a solid black. There's a little bit of like brown or orange in it. I'm just making puddles of color on here. They're muddy colors. But these colors of these leaves are mud here. Okay. See how that's getting too dirty to use? Need to have another rinsing bucket. So there we go. We also have our black here if we need a darker dark besides this teak wood. We could add black. Black and white tend to make gray though when you add the white to it. And we have the dark in here. But I'm gonna just staple some teak wood over top of the. If you get it too fluidy, it's going to lift on the paper. and you don't want that. So this other one. Okay, it leans more towards the ember on the left side of this leaf. And first, it's thicker here, so I'm pushing down on my brush more. Okay, this is curved. Okay, I don't think that I have the base of this color or the details the correct color yet. So we're going back and forth between teakwood and ember. And I've gotten it too wet there, so I'm not even gonna touch that right now. I'm gonna let it dry before I work on that one anymore. Okay, back into that yellow. It's oranger along this side of it. So tap in orange, or tap in ember. Down here, it's more orange also. Okay, I'll let that area dry. I'll work on this leaf up here. Okay, I'm just varying the color to add some texture to this leaf. Stipling it. Did the one up there. Haven't put any of the darks in yet. That's dry. We're going to move back over to this one. Okay, I'm going to put a dark color, some teakwood. Along here to just mix in with my amber color. to push this leaf back behind it a little bit. Okay. That's bringing that to life. Okay. We know this side of the acorns. How did I get red on that? There's a little cap. Okay, I'm going to dip my toothbrush into the ink, tap it a couple times onto a paper towel. I just wanted to put a little bit of texture to those leaves. And that changes it a little bit. Let me zoom in. Pause. Okay, I have clean rubbing alcohol, dipping my brush into it, tapping it on the paper towel to get some of the excess off, moving my tablet out of the way, and spritzing. Okay, where you want more light, like maybe some of the yellow areas, you might want to go over again. And I also see, I thought I was going to do that last, but I found another spot that needed a little bit of work. That one there doesn't have any veins on it. And I think I want a few. This is wet, so I don't want to put my hand in it. I'm resting my pinky. And I don't think that one needs any lines in it. This one here might need some smaller lines. Another thing, to make a minor adjustment, I'm going into black here. Black mixed with that. Bounce it in, just in a couple spots. Over the lines too much, or you want some curves. This one's going outside. Right in through here. Sometimes when you spritz with a toothbrush, it causes it to run out further than what you had it. Okay, let that dry completely. It's completely dried. I've untaped it from the reference. I'm going to see how it looks. I'm actually going to flip it over, and then I'm just going to outline the entire reference just around the outside edges. And we have that sky holes. Again, I'm masking the back side of the picture where I'm masking around the edges because we don't want any blue running into our leaves, so that when the color doesn't affect the color that we have. Because I said we're going to do blue and it distorts the orange. And then I'm also going around any sky holes, like right here's a sky hole. Right there's a sky hole. And to reiterate, Sometimes you won't be using the snow cap like I did here, and it's even more easy to see the background color through your picture when you don't use the snow cap. But I use the snow cap on here, but I'm just showing this to you so you know my blue might not have shown through. As much to make a difference. Where's that one I just did? I'll show you. This one, I used snow cap in this one, but still when I put the background, it darkened this some. Here's a button that says flip. So now my object is flipped the other way. I have a larger brush and some stone washed. I have not added any, I'm not adding any mixative to the stone washed, but I want to do the sky holes. And I'm just going to put this stone wash color on. Goes on nice and smooth. Make sure you get your sky hole spots too. And I'm being careful not to get it into areas that aren't masked. Okay. Looks like we can have a spot of light there where I have a drip drop. Okay, and then I'm just leaving that and letting it dry. Both files, the reverse of the image and the image this direction. So the front way was on the left, so I picked the wrong one. So now it's trees on the right, but we're not putting the tree in. What I wanted to do was to put in a few branches. And so I'm going to mix up some teak wood, some black, and some white together. Always remember to shake your snow cap mixative. And I'm going to continue since I'm going to do this big piece with a bigger brush. I used 4 drops of teak wood, 1 drop of snow cap, 1 to a palette that was already there, and 1 drop of black. And what I'm going to do, just see if that's dark enough. I'm actually going to add 1 more drop of teak wood and 1 more drop of black because I wanted that a little bit darker than that. I have the masking fluid still on here. Okay, this isn't a straight tree, as you can see. It's got some character to it. It's got some bumps and bubbles. I didn't want just a straight branch. Okay, there is a branch coming in from this side. I don't have that one leaf here, so and I'm not really following the reference very closely. Some branches will be thicker and some will be thinner. You got crisscrossing all over the place in here. So and if you don't like this, you don't have to put them in. Okay, you don't want to overdo it. Just put in what you like. I want this one to be a little bit darker. Okay, after you get that how you want it, you can take off your masking fluid. It peels off really easy. Finished doing and that. After the masking fluid's off, you can flip it to the other side, and now you have a picture that the leaves are pulled forward and the branches and the blue background are pushed back. So it looks pretty cool.